this Tuesday on Talk Pittsburgh, we're just going to come out and say it. Vibes are off.
Yeah,
they are.
They're weird.
They really are. But this Tuesday feels like a Friday.
Does it?
I don't know why.
Oh, good. Well, I have great news for you then. You have 3 more days this week.
We do. and I will say, I very much appreciated the morning commute. I love how everyone took their vacation this week. This is when I start to get FOMO, where I'm like, why didn't you? Why didn't
Take off the whole week?
Right. Yes. And instead, we decided to host every single person we know at our respective houses, so that's great.
That's fun.
We're
Always.
Fine. We're doing great.
We are.
We're doing
At least
great.
we're together for the next hour, and it's going to be such a fun show.
We do know a lot of people are getting away. We are celebrating Getaway Week here on Talk Pittsburgh. And if you have some vacations planned this summer, we know that there's so much to consider, so much to take into mind. Maybe you're even having some people at your house coming in to visit you. And in our 3 o'clock drop question, this is for all of you. Who is coming to your house, and what is the must-see thing that you want to take them to go do? Like for me, it's Permanis. We're going to Permanis.
Yeah.
I know that that's kind of cliche.
It is.
But we're going to
It's
Permanis.
fine. You know what? I picked 11. I love that restaurant. Like,
Yeah.
we go there so often.
That's
And
where
then
you're
I
going.
figure it has just that really chill, swanky vibe. And then afterwards, you could hit the Strip District, do all sorts of things.
Yes.
Okay. So you guys are just going to the Strip.
Well,
That's where I'll
here's the
find
thing.
you.
Yeah.
I do think that this lets me know that we need more things. We have a lot of restaurants, we have a lot of bars, we have a lot of great coffee shops. We need more things.
We need more attractions.
We need more attractions.
We need a Ferris wheel.
Disagree. Are you too new here? Our city is chock full. I will schedule you both a great weekend for out-of-towners.
Okay,
It's really my favorite.
do so. Also, we are becoming a sourdough masters on the show today. From what I understand, sourdough bread, like making it, is no easy feat.
No.
So I'm excited that we're going to be in the Talk Pittsburgh kitchen learning how to do so.
Yeah,
This is elite. This is a skill I need.
This is a local bakery getting ready to open up. Can't wait to meet her and find out more about it. But you know, I'm all about learning how to do a sourdough starter. It is.
Yeah.
It's like a baby that you have to take care of.
It is.
See,
yes.
it's the babysitting
You have to
of
nurture it.
Yeah, and we will. Speaking of nurturing, I've done a lot to the certain person who right now is trying to ruin my life. So I think there is no time like the present to talk about my son's weekend.
We're gonna hold your
I'm going to
hand.
bring this up in therapy for years to come. So
As you should.
I've mentioned a time or two that I'm a slight Amazon addict. I'm not exactly proud of it, but it's obvious that I'm raising one. On Saturday, before we went out with friends, my husband and I, we noticed, I would say we were horrified by the amount of packages that were being delivered to our front door. This
Didn't
is me.
order anything on Amazon that was supposed to be delivered today.
Yeah.
And
You
he
realize? Oh boy.
Oh, here we are. And here we are with massive packages.
Although your hair looks great.
Oh,
Yeah, it
thank you
does.
so much. It didn't shortly after that. The humidity struck. But I was up on our balcony, and my husband's like, Kel, what did you order? The amount of things that came to our front door. This is me finding out in real time that my son decided to order my entire Amazon cart that totaled almost $3,000. The total ended up being $2,966.
Down to the penny.
This was Sunday, and this was the 3rd delivery of the day that we got.
Oh my gosh.
We are
Wow.
an Amazon Echo and Show house. Every single time one item was delivered, it was da-ding, da-ding, da-ding. You would have thought
no.
there was a song playing every single time someone rolled up. Now, I will say, I was irresponsible. As I know a lot of us do, we put things in our Amazon cart.
All the
Do you not
time.
have them down below, like save for later?
I do save for later.
I'm sorry. I
And
shouldn't be
if that,
critical of
no,
you.
it's okay, because it was amazing that after I followed this on, or I shared this on social media, how many people came to me with the resolution. Oh, you should use Save for Later.
Yeah.
Thank you, Kathy. I now realize that. I should, but I didn't.
Why is it
So here we are. Here we are
Like,
specifically.
I feel bad for you. I mean, that's a lot of money, but I will say it does also at the same time sound like a dream come true, because everything that you've ever wanted on
That's been
Amazon
sitting there.
is
Yeah.
at your house right now.
You would think that I would have been elated.
And how did you decide? Like, did you keep some things? Because how do you
Okay.
let go of such treasures?
I know, and to be honest with you, it is. It's essentially getting every single thing that you have ever wanted.
Right.
However, we ball on a budget in our house, which is also why so many things were in my cart that were duplicates of one another, or I was price shopping.
Right.
As you
Yeah,
know, free plug, Amazon Prime Days is coming up next week. It's the 8th through the 11th. I stacked my cart so full.
So you can watch the price
So
drop.
I can watch the price drop. I can price compare. But he didn't just buy the small things. He did buy me a pair of Coach slides that I am considering because they're at the house now.
Wait, wasn't there something else that Mark was like, we're keeping?
Cornhole boards.
Cornhole boards.
I also said I never added those to my cart. So now I'm envisioning my 2-year-old talk to texting into we need cornhole boards for the 4th of July
he was
party.
ordering stuff that just wasn't even in your cart. He was doing his own thing.
Yeah, completely on a couple things.
Yeah.
But we now have 2 outdoor furniture sets. I'm talking full wicker couches. We have the coffee table matching chairs that I have now tried to cancel, and they said, sorry, babe, they're already in transit. We all love Amazon Prime until you're now trying to cancel an order days later.
Amount of anxiety I have for you because I know how stressed I am right now trying to plan our own 4th of July party. I know you are in the middle of getting your house clean, making sure you have food, making sure that you guys are eating through the week, working all the days.
Yep.
And in addition to that, you're also making multiple runs to UPS to try and return everything.
How's that going?
It's going swimmingly, and I do want to give a shout out to the UPS stores. I'm going to visit every franchise in the tri-state area this week because I'm trying not to inundate one location.
Yeah.
But I have been to 2 so far, the one in Bridgeville and the one in Canonsburg. They are delighted. Every time I walk in, I tell them, I'm like, my son checked out on my Amazon cart. They're like, sweetie, let me help.
Do you know which one is really great too? I have used the one by South Hills Village Mall.
Okay.
And bonus, it's right by the Ulta and DSW.
Oh.
There's like a nice little plaza. It's right behind the mall on the Von Mar side.
Okay.
They're wonderful.
I'll hit up. I'm going to have to hit them up
That's your
this
next one.
evening.
But
Thank
I'm just
you.
curious. I mean, Logan is pretty much a babe. I mean, he's young. What do you say? What did you say? How did you react?
So
to him?
he's not registering it, but his big sister is. My daughter is 7, and she is telling anyone who will listen. She will say, "Did you hear what Logan did? I didn't. I didn't." Or last night she said, "Do you think we can go to Target?" "Oh no, because you have no money." "You're right."
Yeah, right.
You're right.
Right.
I don't.
Poor.
We are laughing with you because I think we all know what,
We feel
what
your
our
pain,
I
yeah.
know what my cart looks like right now. And I have so much furniture.
Thousands of dollars. of
Thousands.
stuff.
So I feel you. I cannot even imagine being in that same
Yes.
situation. I'm so sorry you're going
You know
through
what?
it.
I'm happy to do it here with everyone and let this. I have so many people in the comments who have said
be
this
a
is
lesson.
my nightmare come to life. Move it from your cart. Do it now. I don't care if you have toddlers in your life. I don't care if you have a husband who's just quick with the buttons.
Yeah.
Just one
do
button.
it.
Just
all
one
things.
button. That's all it
Lesson
takes.
learned.
It does. And after that story, you would think that my family would have been invited to Venice this past weekend after we spent $3,000, but not even that's going to get you an invite to, or did get you an invite to, the Bezos Sanchez wedding that happened in Venice. You could not escape the footage of this event. I think we would be remiss to obviously not show you a couple more photos and videos that maybe you didn't see. But here are a couple shots. That was from the welcome party. This specific outfit was from the farewell party. It was a 3-day extravaganza in Venice. This last party was taken. This was on the way to a medieval shipyard. And I will say, I think that if we learned one thing about the Bezos wedding, it was that not even, they're the Kardashians when they're involved,
Yeah.
and
Oh,
Oprah.
boy.
When not even this amount of money, being one of the most wealthy men on the face of the planet, will buy you any kind of class. This was the tackiest wedding, start to finish. Every single picture that I've seen, I mean, no, Usher's not tacky. Ever.
No.
Ever.
That's
He is
nice.
looking
Yeah.
fly.
Tom Brady.
But the amount of money that was spent and the amount of class that is not there.
What I have really enjoyed though is that when you're going to put it all on display, the amount of people who are like, oh, okay, well then I get my critique then.
Correct.
Yes.
And so people are like openly bashing things about it. It's really interesting to see. One of the things that I more recently saw was the gray carpet.
Oh, I didn't see that.
People are, why wouldn't we do a tiled floor? Why are we doing this gray carpet that we're walking through?
yes.
Where
Yeah.
they got married?
I don't know what part of the 3-day extravaganza.
I just thought it was interesting how it seemed just perfectly curated with all of these celebrity guests, of which I'm sure, like Usher, are you really that close with Usher?
Never
This is
seen
like-
them.
This is like a the biggest PR stunt I've ever seen.
And that's exactly what it is. There's so many people coming out saying that this was the most performative. This was just a show of wealth. I do want to mention that they both have children. Jeff has 4 to his ex-wife, Mackenzie Scott, who is an absolute angel on this earth, is one of the most charitable women ever, has decided to give away 50% of her wealth to a nonprofit, all of which she has inherited from him, but also she started Amazon with him, so she deserves it. And Lauren has 3 from her past marriage. They both cheated on their significant others to now get together, and they don't have any children together. So everyone's thinking, why did you get married?
You didn't have to.
You did not. They've been engaged since May of 2023. They decided, obviously, to make it official this past weekend, but there was no real reason to bring it together. Their wedding was also paused because they couldn't work out the prenup. So
I was going to say there had to have been a prenup.
It is ironclad, but I guess that Jeff essentially wanted it to be, if we get divorced, if this marriage doesn't work out, you get nothing. Lauren didn't like that because obviously she's marrying for the money.
Right.
And that is what delayed all of these festivities. But I also want to mention, I think, besides the gray carpet, which you know I will obviously take a deep dive in, this all started in May whenever the invites were sent out. And the invite is that of a clip art project from my aforementioned 7-year-old. This wedding ended up being about $58 million US. This invitation, I
could have done better, for sure.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah. I also want to mention that in there it says, our one big ask, no gifts, please. We have lined up 3 Venetian charities that are all going to benefit the local economy, the waterways, XYZ. Please just donate to them, richest people in the world. And also, if you remember, there were quite a few protests that happened before this whole event. And one of them being that right now, Venice is suffering from such over-tourism that they are now charging tourists to come into their country because tourists are ruining Venice right now.
Yeah,
completely.
Well, and we saw, didn't the Louvre shut down?
Yep.
Yeah.
Recently because they had so much over tourism.
Yeah.
We've seen a lot of big cities taking this on and kind of protesting, like, we want our cities back.
People live here.
Right. People live here. I do think that the bigger discussion with all of this is just the amount of wealth, as you mentioned, Cal, and like the haves and the have-nots. It is so easy for us to sit at home and say, oh my gosh, my kid just spent $3,000 on Amazon. The $3,000 I didn't have to spend on Amazon. And now what am I going to do? Now I'm going to spend my 4 days taking all this stuff back.
Getting it back.
Live, you know, and to see
then
this,
you look at this.
It's incredible.
On a positive note, I did like her wedding dress. I didn't like the lampshade dress, but her actual wedding dress, that was
It
pretty.
took 900 hours to make.
A lot of work.
Wow.
So, too much money, too much time.
Before we move on, how are you feeling? You feel better?
Oh, yeah. This was cathartic. Thank you for hanging out.